With the cost of living shaping as a major election issue, pressure is growing for a rise in unemployment benefits. The newstart allowance has been frozen for 25 years and is around $245 a week for a single adult. Welfare groups argue that's below the poverty line and are calling for a rise of $75. Chief Economics correspondent Emma Alberici explains.
Peter Ray buys local produce to keep his grocery bill down. He's been on newstart for 2 months since a road accident left him with a brain injury and also cost him his job.
There have been times when I've had to do the dumpster dive. There have been times when I've had to look for fruit falling off trees around Cairns.
Townsville Council passed a motion calling on the federal government to raise newstart as a matter of urgency.
Across regional Australia, community forums like this one in Cairns are bringing people together to discuss ways to help convince Canberra to raise newstart.
The government isn't even prepared to say there's a problem. And in fact, their approach to people who are relying on income support has been really brutal and heartless, frankly.
New analysis from the University of Canberra shows which electorates would benefit most from a $75 a week rise in the newstart allowance. The top 5 are all safe Labor seats, most of them concentrated in Western and southwestern Sydney. On a state-by-state basis, these are the electorates with the least to gain. The top 4 are all high-profile members of the government.
So in the Labor seats, we tend to find that they are lower income and probably will have more newstart allowances there, whereas in the Liberal seats, there might be fewer people with newstart allowances, so the gains are lower.
So that's the Trinity beat.
Lifting newstart would improve the lives of 750,000 Australians, while also boosting growth and employment across the economy.
You cannot expect people in a first world country like Australia to live so far below the poverty line. It's outrageous, basically.
And essentially we found that implementing this policy would lead to a reduction of about 0.8 percentage points in the poverty rate.
5 years on from the deeply unpopular 2014 Abbott hockey budget, efforts to make this one as fair as possible are expected to be key for a government just weeks out from an election. The NATSM figures show that raising the unemployment benefit by $75 a week overwhelmingly benefits poorer households. They stand to gain 5 times as much as Australia's wealthiest households. Emma Alberici, ABC News.